Hey everyone, welcome back. Kind of an exciting day for crypto. We have some crypto breaking news. For those of you that did not hear, the Genius stablecoin bill did get pushed through. So we'll look at that act, talk about kind of in future updates what that means for us as crypto holders. But as we await the Fed minutes, okay, this is going to be the big storyline moving forward. In the last hour, the markets have turned green. So if you guys are watching around 11 noon Eastern time here in the United States, this is kind of when the markets are starting to shift gears, right? It was a lot of consecutive red. We have that conflict going on with Israel and Iran plaguing the markets. Unfortunately, that's something within conflicts. It's just something that does happen, traditional finance alike. And it's very unfortunate for those people that do reside in those countries that they have to deal with this. And hopefully it just kind of resolves itself and we can get back to some kind of world order, okay? But outside of that, why I wanted to make this video was talking about kind of what's going on with my head with what I'm doing in crypto, okay? I think that it's very important. And guys, if you are following along, that's awesome. Make sure you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button and join us. We talk crypto each and every single day on the channel. And I welcome all of my returning subscribers that want to hear my thoughts as we look into it. Okay, and want to just kind of touch upon something because I think right now the overall sentiment is a lot of people are getting reckless, okay? There's a lot of emotion that's going around. I think that as we look at the fear and greed index, it's a metric that we do use to provide some value into the charts. And from that number, guys, we're slightly bullish, okay, and slightly greedy. It's residing in the neutral territory, but we've seen this every month seems to be a different narrative for crypto. One day, Trump's on board, we're doing great things, and next thing you know, crypto's hitting all-time highs for Bitcoin. Next week, we have some FUD in terms of the macro, and there's going to be something, a roadblock after a roadblock after a roadblock, okay? That's kind of how crypto works. It's very much a volatile sport, okay? It's not meant for everyone. And there are a lot of people getting reckless, right? And I think that as you look at today's market, when we talk about Bitcoin where it's at, we talk about Ethereum around 2,500. The ETFs discussion, there's a lot of catalysts. It's almost kind of paralysis by analysis, okay? So what I'm doing right now is, first and foremost, I'm devoting a lot of this intuition to my trading indicator, right? When we do get bursts of momentum, that's kind of how I trade. I'm not over leveraging myself. Personally, I think this is a great, and this is not financial advice. I'll never tell you to buy or sell crypto, but kind of like we're on the water right now and it's very calm. It's very, it's a very nasty, dangerous ocean, but it's a very calm slate right now, okay? Nothing's really moving one direction or another. And there is a sea of red that we just kind of overcame. But what I'm doing right now is I'm using that red as being kind of the calm before the storm, okay? I'm acquiring a lot of cryptos that I have high conviction plays in, okay? For me, that's just to name a few, XRP, that's ONDO, that's HBAR, that's the likes of Chainlink. And those probably are the four plays right now in terms of my favoring them having potential, okay? Yes, I do have conviction in Cardano. Yes, I do hold meme coins. Yes, I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, but I'm not looking necessarily to kind of break out, if you will, with those cryptos, right? Bitcoin's already hit all-time highs. Ethereum, nobody saw it would ever think it would see close to 3,000 ever again. And here we are, okay? I think that the one thing I can tell you guys that is 100% certainty within crypto is nobody knows where the hell it's going, okay? And that's just kind of my rough thoughts of the day. But what I'm doing right now is I'm using these very discounted cheap prices. For example, XRP, it's close to $2. We do see ONDO, it's under $1. Under $1, okay? SWI is another blockchain that I do favor quite a bit. Now, that being said, I'm not over leveraging myself. I'm not being reckless. I'm not going high FOMO, okay? I'm just kind of sticking to a plan. Everybody wants to talk exit strategy. When are you getting out of crypto? When are you selling? Well, when are you getting in and how are you getting in, okay? I'm not taking out loans. I'm not selling crypto to buy other crypto. I'm just kind of continuing, to add capital from my own personal funds. And yes, I work hard. I have multiple kind of side streams of income, and that money does flow back into my crypto. And that's kind of separate from my other bills and how I go about my daily finances, okay? But that's just my personal situation. And that's kind of how I go. But that's what I'm doing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not longing a lot of crazy thoughts right now because it kind of ties into 2025. Did we have a bull cycle? Did we not have a bull cycle yet? Is the bull cycle over if we did have it? Those are questions that you need to be asking yourselves, because it is the summer. We have been used to a lull. Quite frankly, I think that the conflicts that we've had a lot of periods of instability with Trump taking that transitional role back to his second term. And that's kind of the things just off the cuff that really are bothering me. Okay. But the big headline of the day, the Genius Act getting pushed through, that's kind of where we look for some more inflow into crypto. We've already heard from some of the giants, right? This is where multi-billion-dollar corporations are going to be using stable coins as a way of transacting. Okay. And if that, somehow gets tied up with what XRP is trying to do within the ledger, and we do have all this real world use case, and all of a sudden you have tens of hundreds of thousands of crypto users who don't even care if it goes up or not, but they're transacting with it, they're using it transactionally. It's doing its thing. It's doing what it's built upon to do so. Okay. And that's where all the infrastructure plays come into the forefront, right? And that's just kind of where the beauty is, because you really don't know until it hits. And then, guys, then we go on that crazy green candle. Then everybody FOMOs in and starts doing crazy things. Okay. That was me, a little bit too much in 2021, full disclosure, right? I'm 100% honest with you guys. I did do everything that I'm telling you guys basically not to do. I made all of those mistakes back in 2021. Okay. And there are a lot of people out there in crypto that say you'll never win until you learn how to lose. And I don't believe in that, because there are valuable resources out there on the internet. There's valuable resources, people that you can talk to, listen to, podcasts, what have you, that will kind of guide you on your journey, because there's a lot of new faces in crypto. Okay. And that's a good thing. And that's why we do this stuff. Love talking crypto each and every single day, but I'm going to continue to add in these times of volatility. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you should be buying. Not financial advice. You got to do what you got to do and what's best for you. Okay. But that's kind of how I'm playing it right now. Okay. And with some of those positions that I did talk about, right? XRP, ONDO, Chainlink, just to name a few. Even if we go down 100%, the money that I'm investing right now, I'm comfortable losing, even at worst case scenario. If XRP goes down 50%, which I don't think it will, if it goes down 50%, those are cryptos that are high conviction plays for me. Those are cryptos that I can't afford to miss on. Okay, I believe in this stuff. I talk about it every day. So I would be foolish if I didn't kind of put pen to paper and kind of go down that rabbit hole. So that's what I'm doing in the markets. We'll see what happens with the Fed minutes. I think that the Genius bill has been a big step forward. If we do get some dovish news coming out from Chairman Powell, maybe he'll retire one day. Who knows? But I think he will carry out his term through the end of through the summer of 2026, and that's going to leave us, hopefully in a better position. But I'm not trying to risk anything. I don't want to lower interest rates just because Trump wants to. I don't want to have that refractory kind of response from the economy, and then next thing you know, we're in a recession, and then crypto's diving. Let's take our time. Let's be patient, and if you do look at monthly charts, check out the monthly charts. It's not that bad, okay? It's really not that bad, all right? If you did buy at the high point, at the local tops, then yes, it kind of does sting a little bit. But if you're continuing to add your positions, your dollar cost averaging, and you're buying not every day per se, but if you're buying when it's a great time to buy over and over and over again, I do think that on the other side of this argument, you come out ahead in the long run. So that's how I trade crypto. That's what I'm doing. Just wanted to share with you guys kind of my insight and kind of my perspective on a week where it's kind of just a big question mark. And now with the Genius Act, within Powell speaking, there's going to be a lot of turbulence, coupling that with the Middle East conflict that we do have going on. So I felt relevant to kind of give you one of those off the cuff, kind of talk about it, give you my thoughts and my raw opinions. So I'll leave you with that. Appreciate you guys all giving me a couple minutes of your time. I know we went closer to 10 minutes. I don't like to usually talk this long, but I do appreciate you guys all tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us here on the channel. Completely free to do so. If you do want to join us here on the channel, I do appreciate all my subscribers watching. And there will also be a link down below. If you are looking for new exchanges, you want to check out my trading indicator, those products and offerings with their promotional signups will be down below in the description. I am partnered with BTCC, full disclosure. spot and leverage traders. There's a exciting promotion, 10% bonus on your first time deposit. If you want to get on board with them, just make sure it's right for you and do your due diligence. But start trading today if you want to join on BTCC. Thank you once more, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.